Hello, everybody. Good morning. Hello. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Sorry about the late start. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah. Thank you for the dog emojis. I had to take my dogs out. All of a sudden, they decided they all needed to go out. All right. Hello, hello. Waiting for some I can see and hear you texts. Oh, good. I did get one. Okay, great. Thanks. Yay. All right, so this, thanks for all my emojis. I like them. And my greetings. Got people watching from the US, probably other countries, but I can't tell from my greetings. I do have my country count information this time. Sorry about that. I didn't have it on Friday. So, okay, so this, if you don't know me, you're totally welcome to follow along. I will be doing a group energy healing and I will be literally healing 100 people that are in 10 different countries. Yeah, 10 different countries. And, but, you know, if you didn't know that, then you obviously didn't pay for me to give you a healing, but you can just watch and heal yourself as you watch, because I will explain what I'm doing as I do it. But the 100 people are in 10 different countries. And those 100 people include 11 kids, ages 1 through 16. So that's really nice. I'm happy to help kids always. So the people, 79 of the people are in the US, 8 are in the UK, 3 are in Bermuda, 2 are in Canada, 2 are in Qatar. I used to say it Qatar, but I don't think that's anywhere near how it should be said, apparently. So Qatar maybe is a little bit closer. 2 in Australia, 1 in Spain, 1 in Portugal, 1 in India, and 1 person in South Korea. So hello to everyone that I'm healing wherever you are. Hello, hello. And of course, hello to anyone watching live or later as a video. Hello, hello. So this healing has a theme. It is the second in the set of 3 healings with the same theme. Each one sort of builds on the one before, although you could do, you know, one of them just by itself. Serenity and fulfillment is the theme. Having a sense of deeper meaning in each day, like a satisfying sense of deeper meaning in each day. Not just like a couple days a year, but every day, just having more serenity and fulfillment. Which again, as I mentioned a lot probably on Friday, it's just an incremental growth idea. So if now you feel pretty lost and dazed and confused, then you know we want that to be a lot less. We want you to be closer to serenity and fulfillment. So that's hopefully what we will be achieving. Just to mention the techniques that we did on Friday, it was interesting, you know, thank you for your surveys. Some people, I mean, the techniques overall, it was interesting to see what helped which people just by looking at surveys and reading how people felt. So the lower chakra work helped a lot of people, working on chakras 3, 2, 1 in particular, which I tend to call supersized chakras, supersizing your lower physical body chakras, just unblocking them more, making sure they're relaxed enough and expanded enough so you can fit in there and flowing enough. That helped a lot of people. I mean, everything helped everybody, but that helped a lot of people. People that tend to feel kind of disconnected and maybe in their own world, the getting rid of blissing beings helped them a lot, and so that they're not so leaky. That helped their energy safety, so they could just be more checked in. The GVCV work we did work on the two big Chinese medicine meridians, traditional Chinese medicine. The GV meridian, which goes around the head, up the back and around the head, and the CV meridian, which goes up the front. That helped a lot of people. It was interesting. One or two people like that, the headache type stuff, because GV always helps the headaches. Helps you not get them. So, but some people got them just a little bit as they were like shoving energy out of here, and then they felt like fantastic afterwards. Or they, one or two people, they felt kind of overly vulnerable here, and then they started really taking charge of things afterwards. So I think the GV and CV work. I finally finished the timestamps for the Sunday healing. So if you want, you can go back and find in the comment section the summary with the timestamp links and redo that GVCV work if you want. If you at all feel like weaker because of the winter, or like post-holiday slump kind of feeling, I think more GVCV work could help with that. The sticky gold wax that we did up here and back here for the creative rings and behind the head helped a lot on Friday. The first chakra work that we did and the first layer work that we did, it helped people be more calm. We also did Kundalini chakra work and clearing out the spine so Kundalini could flow in a more moderate way. I think that helped some people with their sleep. So I guess it's pretty much what I thought would happened, but it was nice to see that validated with people's surveys, so thank you for that. And also, I don't need just rosy praise in a survey, like just honest information, which I did get, so thank you, because it also gave me more motivation for today's healing, because today, like Friday's healing gave a lot of that serenity, the calm. And then some people, it opened up more meaning for them, but today's going to be more of that meaning, the heart part of it, really feeling like the fulfillment part. We had to get that sort of safe stability with Friday's work, which is helpful, very helpful for Serenity, so that already was being felt by people. But now that we have more of that foundation of like a calm safety, we're going to do more heart work today, probably a little bit with emotional blocks too. So fourth chakra, heart chakra, we're going to be doing today, and second chakra, second layer. So fourth chakra, fourth layer, second chakra, second layer. Second chakra is emotions, sexuality, sensuality, and emotions. Fourth chakra is motivation, feeling deeper meaning, sentimental sort of stuff, enthusiasm, feeling joy. So some people said they felt bummed out because of the holidays. They felt like giving up. They felt sad around the holidays. Some people talked about like they had an argument, not because of the healing or anything, but earlier. So resentments that stuck, heart chakra energy. So sadness, feeling loss, feeling lonely, lack of motivation, procrastinating, a lot of that stuff is heart chakra stuff. So because people were telling me, in their surveys, part of what isn't going right in their life, since the holidays, mostly. Holidays are very triggering, so they'll dredge up all sorts of awful stuff. Which always is like wild for me, why people would celebrate a holiday. It's like, because the actual effect that at least half of the people experience is quite negative during a holiday. So doesn't seem like a good thing. But anyway, so we'll address that today. We're gonna cut through a lot of that heart heaviness and emotional heaviness today. So yay! All right. Fulfillment. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. So, let's see. Oh, and I did say news on Friday. So if you missed it, the 60-second version is that you probably need to be on my news email list if you're not, because there's juicy news that I email these days. Just email me if you want to be on the news email list. I announced all the themes for 2021 that are there on my website now on the payment page. And the most important, well, there are auto pay subscriptions because these group healings sell out faster and faster and faster. That's just the way it's going to go. So unless you're kind of cool with that and you like, being right there and waiting for the email so you know they're up and clicking right away, for some people that's their thing and they're really good at it. But if that's not your thing, you might want to strongly consider an auto pay subscription. Just so you don't have the drama of payment timing. It's just an automatic payment each month. So you can get the news email about that if you don't know what I'm talking about. And the new news that I haven't emailed about yet, well, I did to the healing people on Friday night I did, but is that the Healing Master class is now a twin set. There'll be 2 healings for the Healing Master class on the normal Sunday, the third Sunday, and then the Tuesday after it. So you have the triplet set, which is 3 healings. You have the triplet set, which is 3 healings, starting on the first Friday of the month, then Sunday, Tuesday. And then you have the Healing Master class twin set, which is starting on the third Sunday of the month, and then the Tuesday after it. So 5 group healings a month. You have the opportunity to be a part of those, which is cool. All right, so that's that. I'm gonna catch up on people's hellos just really quickly. Oh, I hope you did get my message about I need to take out my dog, so I was gonna be delayed a couple extra minutes. I posted that. Some of this, some of this I'll catch up on later, but lots of cute hellos. Yeah, I will catch up on these after the healing, if I have time. Because after this healing, also there'll be a separate Q&A. So a whole separate live stream, Q&A live stream, starting supposedly in about an hour and a half, but we'll see. It may be a little delayed depending on how long the healing takes. But that'll be a Q&A, on whatever, 1 question per person posted at the start. But, like it can be a question about becoming a pro reader healer. It can be a question about boundaries with your partner, your own meditative energy healing practice, your chakras, whatever. Oh, and if your question in the Q&A is about me looking at your energy and I don't know your name, put your first name and your last initial in the chat thing. But anyway, that's later for the Q&A live stream. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm going to be quiet as I just say hi to everybody for about a minute, and then I will start the healing, and you'll see I'm moving my hands. That's how you know I started the healing. And then soon after that, I'll start talking. So you can just chill out for a minute and a half. Just think about how you feel, maybe ground, breathe, have a healthy beverage. Okay, thank you very much for waiting. So when you heal yourself, I would suggest you use your hands. You generate a lot of gold light, potentially out of your hand chakras, energy centers in the palm of each hand, and also your fingertip chakras. And so you just set them with your intention to generate a metallic gold energy. And also you widen them out with your intention. The openings, make the openings bigger, the round openings, so that more energy comes out. And you just make a copy of what you're healing out in front of you. So you would make a copy of your aura out in front of you, a copy of your grounding out in front of you, a copy of your chakras, your body. You would not need to see clairvoyantly to see energy in order to do that. You just do it with your thought, your intention, your intuition. And, sometimes in a survey, people will say, well, it's frustrating because I don't know, when I'm healing something, I'm not sure this or that. Just wing it, just kind of breathe, just will yourself to go for it. Basically, it gets easier the more you practice. All right, so let's do just a little bit of combing through your aura so you get a sense of how that feels at first. And then a sense of combing through your grounding. And let's do that a little more. Maybe test each color of grounding, red and orange and yellow. So make a big red grounding as wide as your whole aura all the way around you and wide all the way down to the core of the earth. And have that grounding go up as high as your third chakra at your solar plexus. Where your sternum ends, that's your third chakra. So make your grounding go up that high all the way around and stay wide all the way down to the core of the earth. So make a red grounding, see how that feels. Make an orange grounding, see how that feels. Make a yellow grounding, see how that feels. And then stick with whichever one you liked best. Whichever one helped you to release more. And there's not a wrong choice, so you don't have to freak out about it. But comb through your grounding, make sure it stays wide. Check the back of it. You can use gold sandstorm also, rather than just gold light coming out of your hands. You can kind of spin the bits of gold light. So sometimes that sort of scours more, so it's more assertive. It can get rid of blockages a little bit faster. So just comb through, especially the back of your grounding. Make sure, sometimes you can get hard objects just stuck in the back, so you can just grab the hard objects, give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. If there are any hard objects in the back of your grounding, angels, here you go. Some people, it's kind of like, like an old attic or the back of a garage or something, or the corner of your desk with just random objects you don't know what to do with and you don't have time to deal with it. That's sort of like what the back of the grounding seems like for a lot of people. So just grab whatever's there, that's not flowing, releasing energy, and just hand it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Come through, grab some more random junk that's in your grounding, give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. If you have any sort of motivation problems, focus problems, a lot of times it might just be that other people are a little more assertive in your own space than you are. So maybe you have to comb through your space and just drag out anything that doesn't belong there. So just maybe get a big gold net and just drag through your aura and your grounding and just get the junk and go, angels, here you go. Do another one. Big gold net, just drag it through, get all the junk. Angels, here you go. Just take out the trash. Like, practice caring about the state of your energy more than anyone else is caring about it. Even if you think, oh, nobody cares about me, probably somebody dumped on you, or somebody's like kind of triggered about something that you said or you did, and you have to care more. You have to be more assertive in your space than they are, and that way you don't get smushed. So just will yourself, that assertiveness with your gold sandstorm, just scour out. everything that doesn't belong there, anything that's not you. Just get it all the way down to the core of the earth, get it absorbed by the core of the earth, or just, anything that's still there, just gold net, and just get it in your gold net, give it to your angels. All right, so that was mostly grounding. Let's do indie grounding. So indie grounding, we didn't. I don't believe we did this on Friday, but it's simple. Once you've done your grounding, you just sort of acknowledge that the outer surface of your grounding as it goes down, and you want to make sure it doesn't branch off to other people's grounding. Sometimes you might initiate that subconsciously, sometimes other people initiate it, but the point is just sort of melt that off or burn it off with gold fire. And if you feel like there are people sort of hanging on, just say, hey, go talk to your angels, go talk to your angels. And just lots of gold fire, gold water, gold soap, and just get rid of all the branching off. Go talk to your angels, go talk to your angels. You can have your own grounding, go talk to your angels. If you have your own grounding, it'll make you have a great day. Go talk to your angels, go talk to your angels. Because the idea is, even if you have like a 2-year-old child, they shouldn't be branched into your grounding. That's not an empowering thing. There's a first chakra cord. If you have like a 3-year-old kid, there's a first chakra cord. But other than that, they should be their own tree, so they should have their own grounding, and then you have your own grounding. Okay, so just help yourself. One client a while back, she said she liked gold grease, and so she would just grease the outer edge of her grounding so that people couldn't link onto it. But you might have to say, go talk to your angels, go talk to your angels to some of the people, because they might be a little persistent. All right, so that was indie grounding. Easy, simple, but it's a real game changer for many people. Some of my veterans already sort of have an indie grounding concept naturally, but many people do not. Like it's so ironic, like this one client, thank you so much everyone for your surveys. This one client said she felt alone and broken. And the irony of that is she has communal grounding, not indie grounding. She had. And so her grounding was branching off to all these different people, some of whom she likes, some of whom she doesn't. And so her grounding really wasn't working well at all. So she was like marinating in her own junk, and that blocked up her heart chakra, making her feel alone and sort of worthless and hopeless, right? So the irony of it is, when you feel alone, you're actually technically not. Your space is too crowded, and that's why your heart chakra isn't working right. So it makes you feel alone. Like, it's so ironic. So anytime you feel alone, you have people in your space that are blocking your joy, blocking the sense of like, oh, everything's gonna work out, animals are cute, oh, the sun is gonna come up tomorrow, like that inner sort of inspiration, heart feeling gets blocked when you have just people's junk in your space. So that's how energy is ironic and not really fair. But anyway, so long story short, indie grounding, that's what that was that we did. And every time you feel alone, that would be a good thing to check, because when you feel alone, you're actually really, really not to an extreme. So you got to just get everybody out so that your heart chakra works better. So then you won't feel alone, ironically. Okay, let me check where people are at. Okay, we're going to do aura repair, just because you have to do that. I mean, like everybody in the universe. If you have rips in your aura, you're just screwed. Like, you shouldn't really worry about anything else. Just fix the rips in your aura. It's so important. So you don't have to see energy, though, I promise. You just create a copy of your aura out in front of you. Both your auras, both your regular auras, your astral body aura and your physical body aura. They occupy the same space when you're present. So just imagine it looks like one bubble. It might be a beat up, ripped up bubble, but it looks like one bubble even though there are two auras in there. And then just wash the whole thing with tons of gold light. And your intention is that the gold light is going to the ripped parts. I like using gold fire because I feel like I can make the gold fire kind of cling to the ripped parts better. But, you know, whatever works for you. And just wash off the ripped parts with the gold light. If you know for a fact that you don't have ripped parts, then just look for the bruised parts or the blocked parts of your aura. Blocked parts might be at the top, at the bottom, at the back, at the front. I mean, all sorts of options. But anyway, I'm still doing aura repair. So again, just let the gold light go to the ripped parts and that will cause them to grow back once they clean off enough. If you've never done aura repair before, you could just pause and do it a little bit longer because it'll take a little bit longer for it to happen, like maybe a minute or two. Alrighty. Okay, so that's aura repair. So then aura unblocking, you just check for clogs everywhere. Clogs at the top and the bottom, those are probably the ones to get first. So I'm going to work under the, like if here's the feet, here are your toes, and then here's your aura layers that wrap around under your feet. So just comb through the bottom of your aura, you know, the space like right here. And you want to get rid of any clogged energy. All of you guys that have like post-holiday blues, you probably have clogged energy underneath your feet. So just, or even if it's not post-holiday blues, it's just overall blues, you just have blocked up energy here. Not just, but that's one of the things going on. So just imagine them like rocks. Imagine the clogs like rocks, and then you could even hand the rocks in as whole pieces to your angels. Angels, here you go. Angels, here you go. Angels, here you go. And while we're doing that, let's do vacuum boxes. So vacuum boxes are temporary devices you make. They're super easy to make. You don't have to see energy. And they clear out beings, little invasive beings. You are a giant mighty being, so no need to be afraid, but these things get in the way. So let's get rid of them. And they clear out people's energy too. So, you know, just, that's good too. So you just make them like they look like a box, a cube. Right? And when you turn them on with your remote control, they suck up energy, you know, that's not you around the box, right? So just make a bunch of them. If you feel like you don't know how, just say, angels, help me make these vacuum boxes, right? So just make a bunch, put them in your grounding, make a bunch, put them like all along the front of your spine because your major chakras are along your spine. So just make a bunch of vacuum boxes all up and down your spine in the front. Make a bunch of vacuum boxes all behind your spine. Make a bunch of vacuum boxes behind your arms and your shoulders and your neck. Especially you guys that say, oh, I have tension in my neck. Okay, lots of vacuum boxes. Make them back there. And then same thing, but in front of your arms and your shoulders and your neck. Just a whole bunch of vacuum boxes there. And then above your head, make some. And then way above your head, above your aura, make some vacuum boxes there. And then, why don't we make them on your spiritual path? So you imagine the road that's just for you, that represents what you're meant to learn and experience in this life, and just make a bunch of vacuum boxes around you and ahead of you on your path to unblock your path. And then you can even make a bunch in the room that you're in. Just put them all over the place. Put them in the closet. Put them everywhere. And then just turn them all on at once with your remote control. So they start sucking up energy. And then you can just relax for maybe 20 seconds while they do that. Because the more you let go, the more you just chill out, the better it works. So you can think, I can let go. All right, so I like to have mine to ding, make a bell sound when they're full, but they would be full right about now anyway. So just say, angels, can you recycle all my vacuum boxes? All right, so feel that, feel how that feels with your aura now. Comb through your aura, comb through your grounding. How does your neck feel? So to continue the unblocking of the aura, we were doing the bottom of the grounding, the bottom of the aura. We were unblocking the bottom of the aura down here. So you can feel how that feels now since you did vacuum boxes everywhere. See if there's any change there. And especially I'm spending extra time unblocking at the second layer and the first layer of the aura down here right beneath the feet. Because again, the people that have had issues with resentment and crabbiness and feeling alone, they tend to have more blocks down here under the feet. So the sadness post-holiday, yada yada, just get a little bit extra unblocked down here. You can use cold sandstorm underneath the feet. Okay, that worked. Cold sandstorm underneath the feet. Okay, great. So now we could do more aura unblocking like in the front and the back, but I want to do something different. I was noticing as I was looking at surveys and thinking about the people that wrote them, there tends to be like certain energy blocks that are more like significant. I don't know how to say it right. It's like they're sort of so internal, and then everything else is built upon those energy blocks. I'm not explaining it right, but we're gonna clear energy blocks that are, it's like as if you have a rock in your shoe every day and you don't know the rock in your shoe is there, but you feel crabby, and then now you have a limp, and then your spine is messed up, and now you have a headache, and it's just a goddamn rock in your shoe. Excuse my French. So that's the kind of thing. We want to get the energy blocks that are starting all the trouble, right? And so those core energy blocks, I guess I'm resistant to using that term core because I think in psychology that's a term sometimes, and maybe it's the same thing, but I think with psychology, there's a lot about conscious knowledge of everything, right? But with energy work, you don't actually consciously have to understand stuff to clear it. So maybe that's why I was a little resistant to use that term core, but it's okay. We can do just because you just imagine the core energy blocks like these hard, like maybe this avocado, that's how a core energy block looks. Yeah, it's just hard and yeah, if this were hard, it's actually somewhat ripe right now, but if it were hard, that could be like how a core energy block looks. It's just like, eh. So we want to just imagine, um, well, make sure you're grounded first, right? So you can even change your grounding color if you want, red or orange or yellow, nice and wide, all the way down, comb through, make sure it's still wide down there, even in the back. There you go. And then just imagine, let's say, I don't know, it depends on how motivated, how centered you're feeling right now. So 1 to 4, 1 to 5 core energy blocks. And just imagine them far out in front of you if you don't want to feel them. And just imagine them like, like little hard avocados or something. And just bring up red earth energy and ground them. And then gold light and just melt them or blow them up. And it's possible that, like, okay, say your real core issue is down here, but like there are levels of core issues, like how much of like the crux of the thing, the energy block is, and it could be that you did like this level of core energy block, you didn't do like the real ones, the real rock and the shoe ones. But it's because you have to bit by bit, so let's do it again and you'll probably get a deeper level, and then let's do it again and hopefully you'll get an even deeper level. We want to clear them. We don't want to just trigger them because then you'll be a total head case, right? So we're just going to gradually do this. So more grounding, red or orange or yellow. You can even do a one color earth energy soak, like just bring up that color of earth energy and soak your whole body in that color of earth energy. Red or orange or yellow, and just that's a one color earth energy soak, which you can have up at all times. So for some people who feel, like sort of desolate, that might be really nice. Because I mentioned sometimes, winter provides, in winter, nature gives you less sort of strengthening energy potentially, but you can always do a one color earth energy soak to kind of counteract that. There still is great energy that the earth has. You might just have to bring it up more yourself. Whereas in summer, you might not have to do that to feel it. Okay, so you got your one color earth energy soak up. And so then let's do some more avocados, right? Let's do some more, core just crux energy blocks that are, causing all these other weird symptoms in your life. So just, you don't have to know what they are at all. And you can put them out far out in front of you so you don't even feel them. And just imagine, 1 to 5 core energy blocks or however many you want. And then just bring up the red earth energy. You can have your angels check them if you're hesitant. Angels check these energy blocks. And then, so they'll remove one if they want you to clear that later. And then just gold light, you can blow them up. You can melt them. And if one of them isn't going, just say, angels, please help me with that one. Okay, so redo your grounding again, red or orange or yellow. Make sure you got an earth energy soak going up. And let's do another level of these core, sort of the crux of everything kind of energy blocks that are kind of like that shoe, rocking your shoe that cause all the other imbalances. So imagine them like avocados out in front of you, or rocks, or however you want to imagine these energy blocks. And just being red grounding cords from the center of the earth. So that, soak them in red earth energy from the center of the earth, these energy blocks. That usually helps you feel a little more separate and more able to melt them. And then just go ahead and blow them up or melt them with gold light. And if you need help, you say, angels, please help me clear these. So again, let's do a tricolor soak now. So I'm gonna, I don't know how to say that, core energy blocks, that's fine. Core energy block clearing. And we did a 1-color soak, earth energy soak with that. But now we could do a tricolor soak. Just as a nice thing to do after that. So start with red grounding and bring up red earth energy from the core of the earth. Soak in it, soak everything, all your auras, your chakras, your body, everything in the red earth energy. And then bring that down, make an orange grounding. If you think you can't do this, just have your angels help. Say, angels help me. Make an orange grounding, and then use that like a big orange straw. Bring up orange earth energy, up, and soak everything, all your auras, your chakras, your body, your neck, your shoulders, in your orange earth energy. And just think of it's okay to let go. I can let go. I can have serenity. I can have fulfillment. And then bring that orange down, and then do yellow grounding, and then use that big wide yellow grounding like a straw, and bring up yellow earth energy from the center of the earth. And soak everything in the yellow earth energy. So again, your neck, your shoulders, your legs, your toes, everything in the yellow earth energy. Deep breath. It's okay to receive. You know, you can soak up some of the orange, yellow earth energy if you need it. Just let it center you. And you could leave that up. You could change it to red or orange. You could bring it back down if you don't like that. Leave it at the level of your grounding, whichever you prefer. So that's a tricolor earth energy soak, which is a handy dandy 5-minute video for those of you that don't know. It's called tricolor earth energy soak is the video. Let's see. Okay. So we're gonna do flower healing now, which is always a crowd pleaser because it's super easy and super nourishing. It's a good balance, you know, because we do so much clearing and releasing, and so flower healing, you're creating new energy for yourself and you're giving it to yourself, and it's really easy to do. So let's do it. You can do flower healing for whatever you want. Like, for example, if you have a weird part of your body, you know, like neck and shoulder pain, or your belly feels a little weird, or your headache, you know, just make specialized healing energy flowers for your. So let's start with that. Just, you can make them specialized for whatever your physical body needs right now. Or, you know, if you have a special physical body issue that you want to make them for. So when you make energy healing flowers, I use my hands. You don't have to, because you're making it with your spirit, which does not require physical movement. But I just think it's cool to be like, whoa, there they are. But anyway, you make them with just the intentional, smart, eternal part of you. So you don't overthink it. You just make them. So make the energy healing flowers that your body, your physical body needs right now. And then I like to multiply them, because I tend to not make enough, because they're for you, and you know, maybe you're not used to giving to yourself as much as you probably should be. So you can multiply them by like 1,000 or by 100. So you have many, many more, right? And then just say, angels, can you double check my flowers? So then if they're not quite the right vibration for your physical body, your angels will fix it. And then go ahead and give them to yourself. So let's see that again. And they're probably going to be rainbow colors, maybe gold mixed in there, but don't overthink it. So energy healing flowers for your physical body, and multiply them by 100, and say, angels, double check my flowers, and go ahead and give them to yourself. All right. So that was for your body, physical body. So now let's do them for the theme, serenity and fulfillment. I think it'd be interesting if we divide it up. So first we'll do them for serenity. So make a whole bunch of energy healing flowers that you need to feel more serenity each day. Multiply them by 100. Say, angels, check my flowers. And then give them to yourself. And just ask yourself, how often do I need to do this? Do you need to do it every day? Do you need to do it every morning? Do you need to do it, before you talk to a certain person? Do you need to do it while you're reading emails? When do you need serenity flowers? Okay, let's make some more serenity flowers. So the exact healing vibration out of universal healing energy that you need for serenity. Make a whole bunch, multiply them by 100. Angels, please double check my flowers and give them to yourself. Alrighty, and how about fulfillment flowers? Feeling a sense, fulfillment is like, if you're unclear about it, it's like a heart feeling that what you're doing is meaningful, that life is worth it, that you feel satisfied with your actions and what you're doing in life. And that doesn't have to come from having the perfect job and the perfect activities all day long. It's more of an energy thing, actually. So you can work on it now, regardless of what you have planned today or this year. So go ahead, make fulfillment flowers for yourself, and then multiply them by 100 or 1,000. And I say, angels, please double check these. And then give them to yourself. Deep breath. Okay, let's do that again. Fulfillment flowers. Make a whole bunch of fulfillment flowers out of universal healing energy, whatever you need to feel more fulfilled. Say, multiply them by 100 or 1,000. And say, angels, can you double check these? And then just give them to yourself. You give them to yourself wherever. They'll go where they're needed. All right, so that was flower healing. Yay! Okay, so let me check to see where people are at. Oh, I still have my space cadets. I have these two guys that are like kind of checked out, and thanks to the woman in their life who is thinking of them and their healing progress. She mentioned it in her survey, so I was able to notice that, like, oh yeah. So I think a lot of people check out during the holidays. They're triggering, maybe because of the pandemic, maybe because of, your holiday experience does not match your conscious expectations or your subconscious expectations of a holiday. Unfortunately, for me, that's the biggest flaw of a holiday, is that there are these sort of stereotypical traditions that people are supposed to have. So you're supposed to have these like loving, adoring family members or loving, adoring friends that just all sit around you, and everybody, sends love and kindness all day long, whereas maybe you don't have friends, or maybe your family is just a bunch of vipers. You've chosen not to be around them. It could be for all sorts of reasons, why you your holiday is not the way you've been taught it should be, right? So that's not a problem if you haven't internalized it. But if you have these internalized expectations, these sort of hard pieces of energy of this is what a holiday should be, then that is basically a very powerful, strong, stuck energy block, right? So yeah, let's clear expectations. And then if that doesn't bring back my space cadet boys, then we're going to do something else as well. Like everybody has these issues. It's just my space cadet boys are like a little extra. So I always like that when I have all sorts of different types of people having all sorts of different kinds of issues, because we all have little parts of those same things. So everybody gets helped. It's really fun. So anyway, we're going to clear expectations. That you have that are in the way of your serenity and fulfillment. So it could be holiday related expectations, but it doesn't have to be. It could be, you just expected at this time of your life, this and this would happen. You'd have this many friends, you'd have this job, whatever. It could be just subconscious expectations that were shoved on you by your parents or by society when you were growing up. So just kind of like we did the avocado, when we were clearing the core energy blocks. Expectations are sort of a flavor of energy block, and they could be yours, or like I said, they could be other people's expectations of you. Like I didn't have genetic children in this lifetime, and so, or adoptive children, actually, like human children. But that's the societal expectation, right? Which I cleared out of my space pretty thoroughly. But, until I did, there was that, should I have kids? Should I have kids? Should I have kids? When you finally get it all out, then you can actually realize, no, I don't think I want kids, or whatever, it is for you. Maybe you do want kids. So anyway, expectations is our energy blocks. Let's clear them out. So just imagine, and you don't have to know what they are, these expectations, because like I said, it can be some rando thing from somebody down the street that they shoved it in your space, like, oh, I expect you to dress more neatly, or whatever, so just put a bunch of expectations out in front of you that are in the way of you feeling serenity and fulfillment, right? And just a bunch of piles of avocados. That's what they could look like, right? Expectations out in front of you. And then just red earth energy, soak them in red earth energy, or give them a big red grounding. And then just lots of gold light, gold fire, gold water, and melt or blow up these expectations. And again, these could be expectations of yours from a past life even. So you don't have to bother reading them all. These are just expectations in the way of your serenity and your fulfillment. Maybe somebody thinks you should be married by now and you haven't found the right person. So you're like, well, gee, I'm not going to have like a zombie, meaningless, silly, empty marriage just because somebody thinks I should because I'm a certain age. That's an expectation that people have. And if you clear it out, then it won't bring you down. Right? So just let's do more of that. Check your grounding, just like we did before with the, when we were clearing the core energy blocks. You want to definitely rock a lot of grounding when you're doing this work, right? So big red or orange or yellow grounding, and then bring up a one color earth energy soak of that color of earth energy, red or orange or yellow. And just soak in that earth energy. And then again, more expectations. Just dump them out in front of you. They could look like, little hard avocados. They could look like whatever, rocks or whatever. And just expectations, any expectations that are in the way of you feeling serenity and you feeling fulfillment. So just dump them all out in front of you. And then red grounding, lots of red grounding for these expectation avocados. And then gold light, gold fire, gold water, blow them up, burn them down, lots of gold light, make them melt. Keep breathing, maybe wiggle your toes so you stay here. We're melting or blowing up expectations that are in the way of your serenity and your fulfillment. And if you have any leftover, just say, angels, please help me to clear these. That's funny. Yeah, that helped everybody enough. Everybody's like, I'm back. I thought we were gonna have to heal the far off parts of people, but no. Everybody, that was it. It was just expectations. Holidays, birthdays, those kind of, um, I call them echo days, where I have what is that? I think it's a video. Um, Clear baggage. If you search Janet Wright, clear baggage, birthdays, holidays, there's probably several videos on that. But anyway, those days, those special days tend to trigger expectations that are in your space. But expectations are good to clear always, always, always. Help you be more present. Because, like, say you have somebody's expectation that you should be married by now, or you should, have X number of kids by now, or you should have X number of friends right now, and you don't, or you've chosen not to, and or you shouldn't have kids right now, but you do, or whatever. Those expectations are going to make you feel like, oh, I did the wrong thing, or oh, everything's wrong, when it doesn't have to be wrong. So just if you clear the expectations, then that frees up your energy flow so that your heart can, help you to feel the meaning and the beauty in your current situation. Yay, yay, yay. So you can comb through your grounding, especially in the back, especially in the center. Just make sure everything's going down. You can use gold sandstorm. Just do extra clearing with that. Let's see. I'm just looking at somebody because there's some heart chakra stuff that I want to do, but I gotta figure out what's best. Okay. So some people are very dynamic with talking to their angels on a regular basis. And so they, like, if they have a hard year or some tragedy happens, they can reassess after that and kind of, they have like a robustness. They could be more robust and sort of switch gears and reassess and adjust to a trauma, after a trauma, right? But a lot of people get a little too stuck and a little too freaked out when tragedy happens or great stress happens or things that they didn't consciously expect, especially happen. That tends to get people really freaked out and scared, and they stop sort of talking to their angels. This is Zen trying to sit on all my notes. Let's see. Let me check the wires, make sure I didn't just screw all my wires by doing that, by showing Zen. Oh, great. You can see how she sits on my shoulders. Beautiful. All right. So there's this heart. It's like a heart map. you know, where people be like, okay, well, this is what my life means to me. And it could be subconscious, you know, but there's people will kind of have a plan that they're working on. And some people feel like, oh, I've never felt like I had a plan. I've always felt like a distinct absence of a heart map, you know, a heart plan, you know, that's like a meaningful sequence of things that I'm working on and then I'm moving towards, right? But some people have one, and then because of the traumas, it's like they feel broken or they feel like their heart map just got ripped to shreds. And then ever since then, they're just kind of, you know, feeling like all over the place and like they don't really have a unifying feel good plan that they're on, right? So, energy healing, you know, with energy healing, you can really fix everything. I mean, you can't control your external world, but you can control how you feel about the external world, right? So you can get a new heart map. If your heart map got ripped up by some trauma, you can get a new one from your angels. So you can get like a new little downloaded heart map from your angels. Oh, see, this is what she does. She gets all crabby. Okay, Zen. So let's do that. Let's get a new heart map from your angels. And I think even if you feel fine, you could just get your heart map kind of upgraded and healed from your angels, okay? So you can just imagine like your heart map and it's in your hands out in front of you, okay? And maybe it's ripped up, maybe it's like burnt, maybe someone threw junk on it, right? So you can say, angels, can you please clean off or replace my heart map? Right? And definitely say angels. If you say angels, then it's totally safe because your personal angels hear your thought and they hear you saying angels, so they know you're talking to them. And your personal angels, they're completely respectful and they're the real deal, you know? So that's okay. Say, angels, can you please heal my heart map and update it? How about that? And then if you want, you can just sort of, you know, put it all over yourself like it's gold confetti, you know, just be like, So if you tend to feel broken or lost or all that stuff, do that, you know, maybe do it, you know, every day for a week or something, or just a couple times, you know, if you feel like it's not quite fixed. What happens is it is fixed, but it's a big shift. So doing that process again and again will help you to, you know, because your angels will be doing it with you in a way that's incremental, so your body can handle it. So you can repeat that. I'll make sure there's a timestamp for the heart map exercise where you're just getting your heart map updated from your angels. That's so cute. I love that. All right, so I'm going to check where people are at. Go ahead, check your grounding. And just get a sense of your serenity, get a sense of your level of fulfillment right now. And just deep breathing. I'm gonna look at somebody for a sec because I want to do more with this fulfillment, but I have to kind of, I can't quite put my finger on it yet, so hold on. Just breathe. Okay. So we are going to do another thing that helps fulfillment and serenity. We're going to clear family burdens that that you may have taken on. A lot of people take them on when they're kids. It's like you take on a copy of the stress, a specific stress that either your dad has or your mom has or some caretaker around you has. But these family burdens could be from past lives too, because unless you clear them, they're still with you. So a lot of people have a lot of family burdens from, families they had 6 lives ago. Because, mainstream society is always like, well, family is everything. But that's not really true. I mean, your genetic family in this life is just your genetic family in this life. You have had a lot of different genetic families in a lot of different lives. So when they say family is everything, it's like, it's maybe 10% of the family burdens that you're dealing with is this family. But then there's all the leftover stuff from the other families that you haven't cleared yet. Isn't that great? But there's always good news with energy healing. You can clear it. So first, let's redo grounding, red or orange or yellow, nice and wide, all the way down to the core of the earth, right? And let's bring up a 1-color earth energy soak, red or orange or yellow. The reason I say those 3 colors and not, purple and all that is because red or orange or yellow are low enough in the rainbow that they're more supportive for your lower chakras than, say, purple, green, and blue. So the upper chakras are fine with them, for the temporary earth energy soak, or for the all day long earth energy soak if you want, they're fine with it. But because people have a harder time getting into their lower chakras than they do their upper chakras, so that's why we use a color for the soak and for grounding that is supportive of these lower chakras, because you need all the help you can get to get present in your lower chakras. So anyway, so you got a 1-color earth energy soak up, red or orange or yellow. And so then let's imagine out in front of you, you can imagine it like, I don't know, whatever you want it to look like, avocados, or you can imagine, let's make this cute little squash. This is a family burden that you took on from your mom when you were a kid. And so just, put that family burden out in front of you. Maybe this is a family burden you took on from your dad when you were growing up. This is a family burden you took on from your mom when you were growing up. So just dump them out in front of you, especially the family burdens. Well, any family burdens you're ready to clear right now, but especially the ones from any lifetime in the way of your serenity and your fulfillment. And just pile them out in front of you. You can pile them way out in front of you too if you don't want to feel them. And then lots of red earth energy, bring that up to them. Give them their own grounding. Soak them in the red earth energy. And then gold light, gold fire, gold water. You can blow them up or melt them. And so this is family burdens from this life or any life that's in the way of your serenity and fulfillment. And if you're unsure, you can say, angels, please check my pile. And then just keep melting. And if you have any trouble, say, angels, please help me clear all this. And that might have cleared half of the burdens you need to clear right now, or a third of the burdens you need to clear right now, just because, it was a lot. And so let's do it again. Let's do another, reground, red or orange or yellow, bring up earth energy to soak in it, red or orange or yellow, and then put family burdens out in front of you. You may have picked up from maybe a sibling, an older sibling, or from your parents or caretakers, or just anyone in past lives. Family burden energy that's in the way of your serenity and fulfillment. Just imagine them piled out in front of you. and then bring up red earth energy to soak them in the red earth energy, and then you could blow them up or melt them with gold light. And just melt them. Take your time, wiggle your toes so you can stay more present as you do the work. We're melting away family burdens that are in the way of your serenity and in the way of your fulfillment. And if they're not clearing or a little bit's not clearing, just say, angels, please help me clear all that. So that was clearing family burdens in the way of your serenity and fulfillment. I'm looking at one person because the angels are trying to help me to figure something out. Okay, so the heart chakra is a funny thing. Fourth chakra in the center of the chest. That has to do a lot to do with this fulfillment, this sort of warm and fuzzy, feeling the deeper meaning of things, like an upbeat, positive, sentimental feeling. That's what we're aiming for the fulfillment. Plus having a healthy seventh chakra, because seventh chakra is like a sense of purpose. But I don't think we need to do much with that today. We did a lot of chakra healing on Friday, which helped all the chakras. So I don't think we need to do much with the purpose today. We'll see on Tuesday if people need a little purpose help with their seventh chakra. But anyway, so we're doing a lot of heart chakra work for that warm and fuzzy fulfillment feeling, the deeper meaning feeling, the positive deeper meaning feeling. But sometimes you can get a little piece of energy stuck in there from somebody else. Maybe because of a breakup, and they're like, you're a terrible person, crunk, and they just put a piece of energy in there. Or maybe you had a very disapproving parent in this life or a past life. And so, well, of course, in a past life, you've had disapproving parents. Like, that's impossible that you wouldn't have. Just because, it's a challenge, and it's something that would force you to get stronger. And so there's no way your angels would always give you like perfect, supportive, nice, friendly, happy parents every time. But anyway, so the idea is you may have little pieces of energy still in your astral body fourth chakra or your physical body fourth chakra or both that are in the way of you feeling fulfillment. Maybe little pieces of energy where somebody said you're not good enough, basically. Right? So let's get rid of that. Right? Because you are good enough. So just we'll do blanket exercise for this. Blanket exercise, and we'll put on the blanket everything that makes you feel not good enough. So make a big gold blanket out in front of you and just keep onto it anything from your heart chakra or your fourth layer, maybe in the back there in your fourth layer, but anything at all. You don't have to worry if it's exactly in these places, but anything that makes you feel not good enough. Even just subconsciously, just any not good enough energy from you, from other people, just dump it there. Any not good enough energy from past lives, whatever. Maybe you took on somebody else's not good enough energy. Just dump it all on the blanket. So it's a not good enough blanket, right? It's any energy that makes you feel not good enough. And then just bring up lots of red earth energy so that it's soaking in the red earth energy. And then you could blow it up if you want, or just melt it with lots of gold light, gold fire, gold water. You can say, angels, can you help me clear all this? So wiggle your toes, maybe, you know, clench your butt muscles, keep yourself here. See, we're doing butt exercises at the same time. So clear not good enough energy. We're clearing it using blanket exercise. And if there's any leftover not good enough energy, just say, angels, help me clear this. Ah. All right. Then, of course, you can put your hand on your heart chakra and just tell your heart chakra, hey, I'm good enough. One more time. Hey, I'm good enough. All right. Good job. Woohoo. So let me check everybody out. If you're healing yourself, go ahead, check your grounding again. Your grounding may have cinched up and gotten narrow, so just unblock that. Like use a lot of gold, maybe gold sandstorm on the blocked part, so it relaxes out so you have a wide grounding again. Okay, so you may have, the last exercise we did was blanket exercise, clearing out, to clear pieces of energy that make you feel like you're not good enough from you, from other people, from past lives. So, and then we told your heart chakra, I am good. You told your own heart chakra, I am good enough. I am good enough. But there can be other people in your energy field, just little parts of them in there complaining or needing something from you that is making you feel not good enough. And beings, little invasive beings that might have that same effect on you. And of course, you're a giant, mighty being. It's like you're the mighty elephant, and the little being is like a grain of sand. You know, so, but still could be annoying, right? And the, you know, grain of sand in the wrong place is not comfortable, and you have to get rid of it, right? So, so we're not really going to do a blanket exercise to get rid of people and beings, but we can do like a sort of a crowd removal idea. So, just, you know, imagine here you are, right? You're in your body, hanging out, being in your legs. You know, maybe move your legs a little. Bring up red earth energy up your legs, right? Just let more and more earth energy come up your legs. Red earth energy from the center of the earth going into your first chakra, right? So you're here. And then imagine copies of these people, you know, like make a crowd out in front of you, like far to your left. And that represents all the people who have a little bit of their energy in your space. See how big of a crowd that is. And just say, angels, can you please help me get boundaries with these people? You know, and then you can even do, too, just say, hey guys, go talk to your angels. Hey guys, hi everybody, go talk to your angels. You can't be in my space. That's not working for me. Bye, go talk to your angels. You all have angels. Your angels are the solution. Bye, bye, bye. Until there's no more crowd. Feel how that feels. Okay, maybe recheck your grounding if you need to. Okay, and let's do another crowd. So this is sort of like the crowd exercise, we'll call it. The crowd exercise. So, okay. So then you can make a crowd on either side, doesn't matter, way in front of you, of invasive beings that are in your space. And so, yeah, little bits of them are in your space, but just imagine them out in front of you, far away. Just a crowd of invasive beings that are in your space, messing with your serenity and fulfillment, messing with you feeling like you're good enough. And just notice that crowd and say, angels, can you please recycle all these beings? Because you don't have to reason with these invasive beings. Your angels will just recycle them. So if you spaced out, you're like, oh gosh, what did she just do? Just check your grounding, make it nice and big, red or orange or yellow, and then you make a crowd out in front of you. And you can do it a second time too. Make a crowd out in front of you of the people, the beings, the invasive beings that are in your space. Just imagine them far out in front of you like a crowd, a whole bunch of them. And these are any beings that are in the way in your space at all, especially in the way of your serenity and fulfillment, especially in the way of you feeling good enough, this positive heart chakra stuff. And just say, angels, can you please recycle all those beings? And let's do another one of the people exercise, the crowd exercise for the people, since we only did that once. So recheck your grounding, red or orange or yellow. Maybe bring up a nice earth energy soak of whichever of those colors you want. And then just imagine far out in front of you a representation of anybody whose energy is in your space, messing with your serenity and your fulfillment, that, deeper positive satisfaction feeling. So imagine any people that are in your space messing with that, and just imagine them like a crowd. They can be far out in front of you. You're just imagining all those people. And then go ahead and just say, angels, can you help me get these people out of my space? Can you help me have strong boundaries with these people? And then you can just let your angels do whatever they're going to do at first. And then you can also say hi to the people. Hi, go talk to your angels. Go talk to your angels. Your angels can help you be strong. Your angels can help you clear your stress. Your angels can help you, have an easier day. And the crowd should be all gone now. So if it's not all gone now, just have your angels take them away. Angels, take them away. All right. So we'll do a little bit of chakra work, but then I think we can, we'll see. I always say we can wrap up and then we can't, so we'll see. But we've done a lot, actually. So this time I want to just imagine all the major chakras, so your 7 astral chakras and your 7 physical chakras. You can imagine them out in front of you with the astral ones inside the physical ones. So 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Meaning that, you're imagining 7 cylinders, open cylinders out in front of you, representing, because when you're in your body, your 7th of your astral body goes in your 7th of your physical body. Your 6th of your astral body goes in the 6th of your physical body. So you really just see one set of chakras, even though it represents both sets of chakras. So anyway, you have, and if you don't see, that's okay. Just say, okay, fine, here's a copy of all my major chakras, right? And then just use gold light. And you want them to be individuals, and there can be energy blocks that kind of weave in between all the chakras. So, oh, that's fun. I always like this when I think about doing it. I'm like, yeah. So you can imagine, all your major chakras, and then just the energy blocks, just move them to the side, because energy is cool like that, and you can do that. So you're moving the energy blocks that you want to clear to the side, and then you could just blow them up. Or, you know, if you're healing somebody else and not yourself, like your kid or something, maybe just melt them with gold light rather than blowing them up, because blowing up somebody else's energy blocks might be a bit over the line, a little bit like inappropriate, let's say. So just melt them if you're healing somebody else. But if they're yours, you get to blow them up if you want, or melt them. So again, you imagine copies of your 7 major chakras inside, you know, your 7 astral, your 7 physical, and just move to the side the energy blocks and blow them up or melt them. If that's too hard for you, you can just surround the chakras in a lot of gold light. Let's do that too anyway. So you can fit, if they fit, you know, make copies small so they fit in your hands, and then just surround them with lots of gold light. So what are we doing? We're healing all the major chakras. 7 astral body chakras, 7 physical body chakras, using a copy out in front of you. And you can spin around your copy. So if you were like aiming it at the side of all the cylinders, now you can aim it at the, you know, the round openings. So you spin around your copy. And again, just unblock all the round openings. Lots of gold light. You can do sticky gold wax, just lots of gold wax all around universal gold healing energy. Let the gold wax go around these major chakras, and stick to anything that you need to clear, like energy blocks, cords, other people's energy, beings, whatever. And then split the gold wax, but not your chakras. And then whoosh, give a piece to your angels. Here you go, angels. Whoosh, take the other piece out, give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. So you just remove the wax with all the energy blocks that you wanted to clear, and the cords and the beings and the people's energy. So let's do that one more time. Sticky gold wax around all your major chakras. And again, your intention is it sticks to anything that you need to clear, the wax, and then split the wax, not your chakras. And then whoosh, remove the wax, give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Whoosh, angels, here you go. And it worked so well on Friday, so let's do it again, because I think it could help even more if we did it again. So the supersized chakras part, where you just focus on chakras 3, 2, and 1 more. Because again, those are the ones that typically people have more trouble being in, because when you come in through your 7th. And so if you're only in 1 chakra, you're in this one. If you're only in 2 chakras, you're in 7 and 6. If you're only present in 3 physical body chakras, you're in 7, 6, and 5, right? So it goes down. So let's give you extra help with 3, 2, 1. Just imagine just your 3rd, 2nd, and 1st chakras. The round openings are in the front and the back. Energy flows in the front, out the back of 3, 2, 1. So just imagine copies of them, and you can let them relax and expand. And unblock, gold fire, gold sandstorm. And these are the ones that you might be more likely to take on other people's energy, like just as a group, you know, like pandemic fear or economic blah, blah, blah. Or say you work in a workplace where there's a lot of resentments and fears and whatever. Physical 3-2-1 might be where that builds up the most. So as we're doing this, working on physical body 3-2 chakras 3-2-1, just with your intention, let the gold light wash out just junk from everybody else, junk from your workplace, junk from your fellow people in your country, whatever. Just group pain, group fear, group whatever. Get it out. Just let it melt. And again, this is your physical body 3-2-1. Chakras 3-2-1, which are located here 3-2-1. So just keep breathing. I want to look at something. Okay. So avoidance librarian is an exercise that we've done in a bunch of different group healings last year, second half of last year probably. And it's really good. I mean, the weird thing about avoidance is you may not know that you're being avoidant because you're so good at it. So it's a subconscious process very often. I mean, sometimes you're avoiding, like, in the form of procrastination. Like, I know I'm not doing this work I have to do this weekend. That would be a conscious level of avoidance. But there could be a lot of subconscious avoidance people are doing that can get in the way of your serenity and your fulfillment, for sure, because it takes a lot of energy to keep avoiding something every day. And again, it could be just like, say your mom's in your space a lot and you're avoiding dealing with that. And so then you're kind of very airy-fairy, pie in the sky, like kind of unstable because you're busy avoiding your mom who's in your space around your body. And so you're like, okay, then I'll just live in the clouds because I'm avoiding my mom, even though I'm 40 years old, or, So the idea is this avoidance librarian part of you is the part of you that thinks that avoiding is the best plan, which it's never is. The avoidance librarian part of you, I mean, it is true that, sometimes there's just too much to handle. And so it's a mental coping skill to pace yourself, with what you can handle, what you can deal with, right? So that's not what we're talking about. The avoidance librarian part of you is just a kooky subconscious part of you that is making unwise choices as far as like what you should avoid versus what you should just clear and get over with, subconsciously. Okay, so we're going to melt away these avoidance librarian parts of you, these unhealthy avoidance librarian parts of you that are, affecting you subconsciously quite a bit, probably. Pretty much everybody. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, this can definitely help everybody. So we're going to just do a general one, and then we'll do one that's maybe more theme directly related. Yeah. So, okay. So again, check your grounding, red or orange or yellow. If you want, you can bring up a nice one color earth energy soak and soak in that of red or orange or yellow earth energy. And then imagine out in front of you, maybe far out in front of you if you want, it's like a little version of you, but it's an unhealthy, avoidant part of you that is like causing you to repress things. You know, she may look like a librarian with like a big bookcase of stuff that she's shoving away, or a bunch of boxes that she just shoves things in boxes for dealing with later. But it's an unhealthy part of you that is causing you to make all these unhealthy avoidance decisions, right? And so just say hi to her and just give her a healing. Just say, hey, I'm going to give you a healing. This is not a debate. How about a healing? And just lots of gold light so that this part of you gets the help that it needs. And once she's healed up enough, she just sort of dissolves and you get the energy back. So it's no longer like a segmented off part of you that is in this unhealthy behavior. If you feel like that's not done yet, you could pause and, you know, if it's a video later, you know, and just do a little more gold light for her. But you can also say, angels, can you help me heal this part of me? All right. So, good job. Check your grounding, wiggle your toes, deep breath. Okay, so let's do that again, specific to serenity and fulfillment. You know, maybe there's an avoidance librarian part of you that is really in the way of your serenity and your fulfillment. So just say hi to that part of you out in front of you and give that part of you a healing. Say, hey, I'm going to give you a healing right now. And then just lots of gold light around this part of you. You know, this is just a part of you that needs healing, and that's okay. Nothing to be ashamed of or embarrassed about. And just give this part of you a nice healing with gold light. And if you feel like you need help, just say, angels, please help me to heal this part of me. So what happens is that part of you then just dissolves and becomes, you know, an integrated, healthier part of you now. And if you still see a bunch of like stuff that part of you caused you to avoid, you can go ahead and imagine that, you know, like maybe the boxes or the library bookshelves of junk that part of you caused you to avoid. And you can just say, angels, can you help me with all this? And maybe just blow it up. You know, so blow up all the boxes that these parts of you cause you to avoid, or melt them with gold fire, gold water. So I think the last thing we're going to do is a blue soap. I think. We'll see. But a blue soak is really nice. There is a separate blue soak video if you want. Just search Janet Wright blue soak. Maybe deep thought also in the title. Janet Wright deep thought blue soak. But anyway, it's a really nice process. You just imagine a couple sections out in front of you. Really just all you need is your subconscious mind and your conscious mind. So a copy out in front of you represented by like rectangles. So your subconscious mind, your conscious mind, and then you can imagine up above that your 8th chakra, which is like this eternal wisdom, mellow part of you that's gold. And your 8th chakra technically is all the way up there above your aura. But so 8th chakra, your 8th chakra, which is an eternal part of you, and then your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, and just bring up blue earth energy, like medium blue, light blue, from the center of the earth, and soak this copy of your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Because like I said, don't soak all of you in that blue color, because that's not good for your lower chakras. It's too fast moving. But for your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, that's a nice color. So just bring up blue earth energy and soak your subconscious mind and your conscious mind with the blue earth energy. And then you can bring in a little bit of that gold 8th chakra energy of yours. Just spread that a little bit down gently spread it down into your conscious mind and your subconscious mind, just enough that you might need, and just let that absorb. So your mind and your conscious and your subconscious mind is absorbing the blue earth energy, and then a little bit of your gold 8th chakra energy. If you're healing someone else, like your child or something, maybe do not mess with their 8th chakra energy. Just use regular gold light to heal the conscious and the subconscious mind. And if there's anything that you need to heal in your mind, you can just imagine a couple slashes in your conscious and your subconscious mind in the way of your serenity and your fulfillment. And you can just use the gold light and the blue earth energy to heal those little slashes, those little defects in your conscious mind and your subconscious mind that are in the way of your serenity and your fulfillment. All right, good job. So that was a mini blue soak and a little deep thought healing, just healing those little defects so you can have more serenity and more fulfillment. So just check your grounding, make sure it's wide enough, and you can check your grounding a couple times in the next few days just to make sure that it just keeps releasing, because the more that it releases, the better your grounding flows in the back and the center and everywhere. The more you can get out of this healing. You could even do that tricolor soak. You can do that a couple times in the next couple days just to help you feel supported and nurtured as you move forward. Okay, so then you can just say, angels, can you please give me a blessing and a healing? And you can even explicitly say, angels, can you please bless my serenity and my fulfillment? All right, so we're done. Woohoo! So we did so much, but it was hope you enjoyed it. You could post a quick comment if you want about how this healing was for you. If there was a certain part of it that you liked, especially. You could put context with your comment, like if you healed yourself only, or if you healed yourself and I healed you, or if I healed you. That could be interesting context with your comment. Of course, that's optional. But I'll just read through as quick as I can, and then I'll take a little break, because then I'm going to do a separate Q&A live stream, and that live stream will be on anything you want. Some change that you're trying to make in your life, about your chakras, your energy healing progress, your desire to be a pro reader healer someday, or just boundary issues with your parents, whatever. But one question per person, posted at the start, please. And you can put your first name and your last initial if you don't think it's obvious to me from your YouTube name. All right, but that's not now. Don't post that question now. Post it at the Q&A live stream, which will happen probably 10 minutes from now. So I'm getting pretty emojis. Hello, everybody. So glad to be. Hi, Janet. So glad to be here. Hi, Janet. Hi, Janet. Totally spaced and thought this was a masterclass for some reason, so I didn't do the survey yesterday. Yeah, but now the healing masterclass will be 2 healings starting this month. So it'll be a Sunday and a Tuesday right after it. So there will be there'll be 2 surveys for the healing masterclass. So the first healing masterclass survey will be much more important now than it used to be, because I'll be using it to prepare for the second healing masterclass healing. But that's fine. You didn't do a survey. You do it a lot, and other people did do it. So there you go. Someone says, I felt at peace yesterday. Oh, that same person. And the healing helped me resume a creative project I was avoiding. Oh, good. Felt a little bit lazy. Hee hee. Oh, which reminds me, this time of year, it might be that some people need more naps during this time of year. So that might not be that you're doing something wrong, if you need more naps at this time of year. So, I think sometimes people, like your inner child is like, oh, I should do this and this and this. And the adult you is maybe more feeling your body and feeling like, yeah, I need a nap. And so there might be an internal conflict of like the kid part of you feels like you should want to do so much stuff and accomplish things and be joyful. And the adult part of you feeling your body is like, yeah, it's time to nap, and then that might make you sad, that sort of inner conflict. So you might have to just like hug your inner child and maybe make the nap more comforting for your inner child or something, or some kind of a compromise, maybe some energy healing flowers for your inner child, so that your inner child gets that sort of hug energy that it needs and you still get your nap. So anyway, the astral healings have been great too, meaning there's angels that you can opt into. If you get these group healings, you can opt into extra healings from angels in your sleep. But angels can always heal you, whether or not you pay for healings with me. You can always say, angels, I would love some extra healing in my sleep tonight. You can get healings every night in your sleep from your angels. Someone says, hello, Janet. Yes, living in Ottawa, Canada. Yeah, you can email me if you want me to be more aware of you, like in a lasting way. Because right now I'm just like quick, and later I don't really, remember these comments. So if anyone needs to email me for some reason to contact me, my email is janet@janetwrightreadings.com, and that would be great. Someone says, hi, Janet, all excited for today. Great. I can see and hear you. Yes, I got all my adorable little emojis. Thank you so much. Dogs rule. Yes, they rule a little too much in this house, to be honest. A little too much. From the looks of it, I thought I was working on sacral and root chakra, but could be Kundalini. How do you direct to which one? Should I be scared of activating K? So the Kundalini chakra, I don't, people talk about activations. I had an activation and after that, blah, 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 blah. I never know what the hell they're talking about, like an activation. What the heck is that? I think it's that, there's some class that somebody pays for and the teacher calls it that. Like, whatever I'm going to do to your chakras now, they're activated. But, you have these chakras, they're yours. They're not waiting around for teacher Betty Boop to, for you to pay her $400 so they could be activated. You just heal and unblock your own chakras, get them to spin, wake them up. So, you shouldn't be afraid of any of your chakras, whether or not they've been activated, or awakened. People will say that, oh, I had a Kundalini awakening. What the heck is that? Kids have Kundalini when they're screaming on the playground. That's Kundalini. So, I guess they've all had the Kundalini awakening. I don't know what the heck that Kundalini awakening thing is supposed to be. I think it's basically they paid for a class and that's what the teacher called it. So, but anyway, no, you should not be afraid of your Kundalini chakra. You've had Kundalini energy since you were a kid and there's nothing to be afraid of. I do have a Kundalini playlist though, which I link underneath all the group healings these days. So even the most recent group healing, you can look beneath the healing summary. I mean, today's one, I won't get to put it in yet, but like look at a recent group healing. There's a healing, there will be healing summary with timestamp links. And then beneath that, in that same comment, if you keep scrolling down that comment, there'll be a bunch of video links and there'll be one for like a Kundalini playlist. And there's a whole bunch of Kundalini videos in that one to just sort of demystify the whole thing. And you can, work on your Kundalini chakra and stuff. But yeah, you should never be scared of your Kundalini chakra. And personally, I would poo-poo the whole word activation. All your chakras are generating energy right now. So I don't know if we would call that activated or not. But anyway, okay. Oh, I felt some pressure, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I've read a lot from you. Okay, double HMCs. Yeah, Healing Master classes are now Healing Masterclass twin sets. Or you could call them double HMCs if that makes you happy. So this is, hi, Janet. Looking forward to this and probably falling asleep during it. Yes, well, sometimes that works. So this is, I could hear my angel saying, go, 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 while I was melting those core energy blocks. That's fun. So it says, how can I remove tentacles and cords from others on your heart space, even small pieces of energy poking at you? Small pieces of energy do not poke. You're probably thinking of invasive beings, because a small piece of energy that acts upon you is therefore a being. It's an entity, a little invasive being. So you just say, angels, can you please recycle that? And then it gets recycled. Yeah, a piece of energy, like say if you have a piece of energy, yeah, like you could have an energy block that just sits there. That's like a piece of stuck energy that just sits there. You melt it, you blow it up, whatever you want. But yeah, a piece of energy that moves around or pokes at you, that's just a being, so you have it recycled. Hope that makes sense. Removing cords and tentacles from astral force chakra. Tentacle, that's a little bit of an odd word. I think, yeah, I wouldn't use the word tentacle. I mean, it sounds like you're wrestling with an octopus or something. If there is a being, then you're trying to describe what it's doing to you. Just have it recycled. Don't like worry about, are those tentacles or cords from that being? Just get rid of them. Just be like, angels, please recycle that thing. Just enough playing around. Get rid of it. Have your angels get rid of it. But you can post a question at the start of the Q&A as well. So it says, I feel so good. I was a participant, meaning she got the healing. Just started to get a small headache, which I assume is a whack. Thanks, Janet. Yeah, just look at your GV in particular, though. I think you have some hard objects, like little knives on your GV meridian where it like loops around the head. And so just look at the copy of the GV meridian, the governing vessel one that goes up the back and around the head. So I think the more people get present, then you get really sensitive to like little imbalances that are there. So just get rid of the knives and then re-heal right there so that it heals up. So I don't think, I think, yeah, maybe redo your buffer zones also, redo your gold buffer zones, but I don't think you actually have aura damage yet. I think just something's banging there and it's making you more aware of these little hard objects that are stuck in your GV meridian. Someone says, one of my favorite healings of yours ever. Oh, good. Heart healing map was so powerful. Oh, good. Good to know. Yeah, and there will be a timestamp link for that eventually. That was about the heart healing map. Maybe around an hour and 17 minutes into the live stream. No, that's not going to be accurate. I'll have to put a timestamp. Sorry. But good. Thanks for the feedback. Very nice. Thank you. Oh, you got the healing. Good. Thank you for your work. I was healing. You were healing yourself. Yes. The energy shifts as soon as you speak at times. This is good. I kept spacing out a bit more than I did last Friday. Yeah, your grounding kept getting skinny. Every time you space out, check your grounding, unblock it, make it wide again. And maybe, wiggle your butt. Get back in your legs. There's a video. Oh, you know what? I linked it under Friday's video. It's yeah, there's a video. I link it. It's got a huge title, so it's probably easier just to find the link, but I'll link it today too. You search Janet Wright, gold bottle brush, legs, first maybe, and for first chakra. I think even Kundalini chakra's in there too. So the person that was afraid to activate K, blah, 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 just have fun with this video because it cleans out your legs and your first chakra and your Kundalini chakra with gold bottle brush. And so you're getting a lot of good supportive earth energy coming up your legs and everything. And it's nice. So Janet Wright, gold bottle brush, legs, first chakra kundalini. But if you just search Janet Wright gold bottle brush legs, you'll probably find it. All right. Would you do it again for me, please, much love? That makes no sense. Would you do it again for me, please, much love? Yeah. I'm psychic, but you're overworking me with that one. Would you do it again? I'm going to stop trying to figure that out. I think maybe you didn't pay for the healing and or maybe you just don't know that you can play the live stream from the start. But whatever. It gets saved as a video, so you can listen to it later in its entirety. It automatically gets saved as a video. And if you subscribe to my channel, you should... Sometimes they email you the link of the video at the end of the live stream. Sometimes they don't. I don't really understand all that. But yeah, if you subscribe to me, and then you can just watch the video later. Someone says, thank you. Someone says, you healed me and I healed myself. Love the blue soak. Made my head feel good. That's nice. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Thanks for the feedback. I love how efficient this healing was. We did so many processes. Awesome. Perfectly paced. Thank you. Good. Thanks for the feedback. I try. It's not easy. Some people are like, yeah, you ramble too much or this or that. And it's like, I don't want to ramble. It's just, I have to teach. And then, you know, there's all this energy. So, but anyway, thank you. I'm working on the tone and the efficiency. I'm always working on that, but thank you for the feedback. Much love, grounding, feel good, feet feel good. Oh, good. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Help getting rid of ghost, please, Janet. Okay, so when you ever have a actual ghost, which I think you probably do, you just say hi, and then you say, here are your angels. Your angels are right here. And no, here, over here, your angels are right here. Yeah. So as soon as they really see their angels, then the whole crossing over process happens, and you don't have to do anything else. Unless they like to go, thank you so much. Like when the big angels come, it's like this big white escalator and these big giant angels come down, and then they go up that escalator with the angels. But like halfway up the escalator, they're usually pausing, going, thank you, tell them thank you. And then, you know, so you just say, okay, you're welcome, you know, and then they go. So that's how you help a ghost crossover. So from what I can see, I helped cross over the one that you were talking about. But if you have more, just do that process. Someone says, healed myself, still a newbie. Loved so many techniques you did today. Very tired, even though so much I've taken on to do. Yeah, you're releasing a lot, and I think you missed a little of the aura damage in the back right there. Maybe just do some vacuum boxes around the back of your aura back here. Do some vacuum boxes back here to get rid of the muck, and then finish the aura repair. And I think that'll help you feel less sort of crumpled. But then you still may need a nap, but I would say finish your aura repair. Do vacuum boxes and then more aura repair back there. But otherwise, I think you cleared a lot and healed a lot. Someone says, thank you, this is very helpful. Oh, good, I'm glad. You're welcome. There's another healing in 2 days. And then there's more healings later this month on the 17th and the 19th. And the schedule is on my website, janetwrightreadings.com, on the payment page. If you go to sessions, pay here, something like that, that's where the whole schedule for the year is. I was healing with you. Then I guess I went to sleep, woke up when you started healing the 1, 2, 3 chakras at the end. Can't believe I did that. Oh, join the club. You're in good company. Plenty of people sleep through these healings. Because part of that is because your angels are like, we'll help you clear even more if you're asleep during the healing. So that's what's happening. Your angels are like, honey, you need to clear so much. We need to just make you sleep so that we can, you know, clear more. And that way you can then later consciously do the video because it gets saved as a video. So I don't think that you're failing by passing out. I think your angels are making you pass out so that you get the healing while you're asleep. So you can't sort of limit it. So it says, hi, Janet, healed some along with you healing me. Ah, yeah, I'm remembering who you are. Oh, and you put your name. Thanks so much. Felt the healing for heart map and the rest that followed. Would like to be a pro healer someday. How do I do with healing others? How would I do with healing others? Um, okay, so that's definitely a Q&A question. I always love to help people who want to be pro healers someday, pro reader healers. But those are big questions, so put it in the live stream. But essentially, the short version is just keep getting more and more present. Work so that you're in all your chakras all the time. As soon as you wake up till the minute you go to bed, it takes a while to get there, but just keep getting more and more and more and more present, because you ideally want to be fully present in all your chakras all the time before you start the pro reader healer career, because that has its own unique challenges, and so you want to, so then you got to be fully present as a pro reader healer, which is a whole bunch of extra challenges. So you want to just be pro reader healer just as like regular citizen first. I mean, you want to be fully present in all 7 physical chakras as a regular person first, before you go pro. That would be my suggestion. But yeah, feel free to ask another question about pro reader healer life or whatever in the Q&A, or any Q&A. But the one that we're about to do is fine. Someone says, thank you, felt light, then got headache, which healed with not good enough and crowd clearing. Needed that. Fending off expectations from self, students, and parents, pandemic period, from many too. Yeah. I was thinking of you and some other people when I said at the start, you have to be more motivated to clear your space than other people are to be in your space. So if you have people like, whoa, you better teach my child the best ever, and learning from home sucks, and they're very motivated to be in your space because they're so triggered. So you have to be even more motivated to get them out, right? Otherwise you're just roadkill teacher. Right? So even if you don't feel motivation right away, just fake it and be like, I am very motivated to own my space right now. Gold sandstorm, gold sandstorm. All right. Someone says, thank you. Yes, understood. It feels like energetic cords, but this work helps. Okay, good. Activation for your butt. Ground that thing. LOL. That's right. You can make a special grounding for your butt. I felt a shift to no extra charge. You can activate your butt for free. But I'm sure if you pay someone $2,000 and you fly to Maui for the workshop of grounding your butt and activating it, it will be even more special. Someone says, I felt a shift today. I was kind of afraid, but since the stream started, I feel more in peace. Good, thank you. Good. Thank you. Is there for ghosts or entities? Sometimes I feel 1 or 2. What can you recommend? Please help. Yeah, okay, so that's a Q&A question, which we're about to do later. So pick your one question you want to post for the Q&A and do that later. Yeah, I already talked about ghosts. If you think you have a problem with a being that's, just not a person, not a human being, not a ghost, just a being, you say, angels, can you please recycle that thing? And then, but you have to be safe too. Like, work on your aura repair, because you tend to have very, very large rips in the back of your aura, and so you leak a lot of energy, so that attracts a lot of riffraff in the spirit world. You gotta work on aura repair and wide grounding so that you're very stable and whole, so you're not like a big energy buffet for the whole world. All right, folks, you're awesome. I'm gonna take a break, and then I will do a Q&A live stream that you're welcome to post one question for at the start of it, and it'll be fun. It'll be on all sorts of topics: energy related, meditation, energy healing, becoming a pro healer, healing your kid, your meditation practice, your boundaries with your partner, whatever. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.